Bismillah wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum. As an introduction to the word counts video, we first respond to three possible objections. First objection: you mention words which are only repeated one or two times in the Quran, such as summer and winter. Does this indicate the same mastery as indicated by hundreds of repetitions of the word day and the like? Answer: yes, indeed, for it is extremely hard to compose a book as big as the Quran containing only one repetition of the word summer and its opposite winter and the like. Second objection: we can surely find interesting coincidences of word counts within any book as large as the Quran. Answer: yes, of course, we can find interesting coincidences in any book, but the stunning word counts found in the Quran are not simple nor trivial, possible to find in any book. We will see basic numbers about our solar system, as well as topics of importance in Islam, as well as life in general, in addition to hundreds of matches, as we will see, 365 repetitions of the word day, and many other hundreds of repetitions. Third objection: why mention word counts that are less impressive than others, since you accepted the possibility of such coincidences in other books? Answer: the numerous and stunning wonders about words other than day indicate a clear intention whereby we must accept that word repetitions in the Quran are intentional as a whole, and not partially intentional and partially not. After responding to these possible objections, we now take a look at our search criteria. When examining claims of word counts in the Quran, it is essential to be cautious, even moderately skeptical, especially by requiring uniform criteria, such that no manipulation of data is allowed. But how skeptical should we be? This will be discussed in 2 points. First point: must we use the same criteria in all our studies? All claims that we have examined have used the Uthmani script. This is uniform. It is expected from a sober, rational study. Now, what happens when comparing the number of occurrences of two words in the Quran, such as man and woman, rajul and imra'ah, for example? Well, we expect the criteria to be the same for both. Whether or not we count the plural for the word man, we must do the same for the word woman, and so on for other forms of these words. Now, what happens when comparing the counts of a completely different pair of words? Are we expected to use the same criteria that we used for the previous pair? At first impression, it seems that caution dictates using the same criteria for all comparisons. But is this the natural way? Is this how we normally behave in life when trying to detect whether something is random or due to an intelligent agent? This is the essential question. The criteria for selecting our criteria. Is this how we behave in normal life? Suppose we were to investigate if objects in a room were placed there randomly due to some storm, or thrown aimlessly by different persons. We find 3 tables placed in vertical order. We obviously deduce they were intentionally organized that way. Then we find 2 couches placed at a right angle. Again, we deduce that they were obviously organized and not placed there randomly. But this is not the same criteria. They're not organized vertically, they're organized at an angle. Then we also deduce that the table between them is also placed there intentionally and not randomly, even though its position is according to a third criteria, centered in the angular area. So far, these are 3 different criteria that we accept as indications to intent and willful organization. This is the natural way we all behave in life. We accept different criteria when analyzing different topics. The artificial way, the unnatural way, is to demand one unique criterion for all our investigations. Second point, must we restrict ourselves to a single criterion when analyzing a word? Now, how about words that may contain more than one wonder of word matching? Can we find them by using only one criterion? For example, we found that the word day, yawm, is repeated 365 times in the singular non-specified form. But that's it. No matter how many times we search again, we will obviously find the same results for the same form, singular non-specified. If we want to determine whether or not there are more wonders about the same word's repetitions, it is necessary to examine other criteria, such as plural, dual, specified, etc. So please remember this necessity to consider multiple criteria for one single word if we want to conduct a serious evaluation of its repetitions in the Quran. After having clarified these points, we are now ready to analyze the superb miracle of word counts in the Quran by remaining cautious, but not arbitrarily or ridiculously so. Wassalamu alaikum.